Hello everyone. This session is going to be important for all of you who are aspirants of CUET PG Horticulture as well as JRF Horticulture. Yes, this particular video is fully based on English language because I was regularly getting so many requests that I should make videos fully in English for people who are from English medium and also for students who are from non-Hindi speaking states. So here we are with a very interesting and a lecture which would be fully based on English. The topic for today's session is all the varieties released from IIVR, and this IIVR named research institute is at Varanasi. You must be knowing that the older name of Varanasi was Kashi, and thereby all such varieties which are released from the Indian Institute of Vegetable Research are prefixed as Kashi. So you should have it in your mind that all those varieties which have the prefix as Kashi are definitely released from which institute? So yes, the answer is IIVR, which is situated in Varanasi. In the previous year JRF Horticulture 2023 question paper, you will get to see a very important question which was matched the following. In the first list, there were few vegetable crops mentioned, and in list number 2, there were varieties which were starting with Kashi, and you had to match the crop with the correct varieties. So this session is very, very important for all of you who wish to solve such kind of questions if it comes in your examinations like JRF as well as in CUET PG Horticulture. So I'm going to start today's session with the very first crop, and that's tomato. And as you can see that in the case of tomato, we have 3 different varieties. The first one is Kashi Aman. And as I said, that all Kashi named varieties are released from which research institute? So IIVR Varanasi, and Varanasi was previously known as Kashi. So Kashi Aman is a very famous variety of tomato released from IIVR. The second variety we have is Kashi Amul, and last but not the least, in the case of tomato, we have Kashi Chayan. In the upcoming classes, we'll also be learning about the characters of these varieties. But since this is the basic session, and I would like you all to memorize these varieties, and after that, we can go ahead with learning the properties of these varieties. So till then, do try out to learn all these varieties. So in the case of tomato, we read about Kashi Aman, Kashi Amul, and Kashi Chayan. Now coming to the second crop, and that's Brinjal. Brinjal, the very first variety is Kashi Himani. And I am very sure that all of you must be knowing in the case of Brinjal, we can classify Brinjal according to its color as well. There can be purple Brinjal varieties, there can be green Brinjal varieties, there can be white Brinjal varieties also. Yes, if you are very surprised about this, then definitely you should Google out that we also have white colored Brinjal. And this Kashi Himani is a white Brinjal variety. So this is very important. It is white in color. Another very important variety of Brinjal which is white in color is KKM1. Although this KKM1 is not released from IIVR, but just to link you up, you should mention this, that Kashi Himani and KKM1 both are white Brinjal varieties. The next variety is Kashi Vijay, and the third variety is Kashi Manohar. So we are done with tomato, we are done with Brinjal. Now coming to the third crop, and that's chili. In the case of chili, again, we are having 3 varieties released from IIVR. The very first one is Kashi Abha. The second one is Kashi Ratna. And the third variety is Kashi Tej. So you should memorize all these varieties because such kind of questions do come in central level examinations as well as in JRF examinations. After chili, the next crop we have is cowpea. And in the case of cowpea, we have a single variety, and that's named as Kashi Vishan. Coming to the next crop, and that's Indian bean. In the case of Indian bean, we have Kashi Sheetal and Kashi Kushal. Coming to French bean. When we talk about French bean, so let me tell you a very, very interesting fact that French bean is also known as kidney bean, and this is also known as Rajma. So in the case of French bean, And the scientific name of French bean is Phaseolus vulgaris. A very important theory of plant breeding, which is known as pure line theory, was basically founded in French bean only. So in the case of French bean, we have Kashi Rajhans. The second we have is Kashi Sampan. The third is Kashi Bengani. And the fourth one is Kashi Agrin. After this session, I would request all of you to go and check out the paper of JRF Horticulture 2023. You'll get to see this particular question, Kashi Begni, also over there. So Kashi Begni, generally people would think that Kashi Begni is a variety of Began. Began was the Hindi name of Brinjal. But as for your surprise, you can see that Kashi Begni is a variety of French bean and not that of Brinjal. Coming to the next particular crop, and that's carrot. Carrot jisko Hindi mein we call it as gajar. And here we have Kashi Krishna and Kashi Arun. Now let me tell you a very, very important character of Kashi Krishna. This Kashi Krishna is black carrot variety. Do keep on writing all these characters as well. Actually, in the case of carrot also, we have classification of carrot according to the color. We have red carrot varieties, we have yellow carrot varieties, we also have black carrot varieties. And Kashi Krishna is one such variety of carrot which is black in color. Another very famous question from JRF Horticulture, from CUET PG Horticulture is that which drink is prepared from black carrot? So let me tell you the name of the drink, that is known as kanji. Kanji is a drink, it is a spiced and fermented drink. Drink which is also known as beverage. So you can also mention that from black carrot we prepare a fermented drink which is known as kanji. Now coming to the second crop, and that's radish which is mooli. Here we have Kashi Lohit and Kashi Ardra. Kashi Ardra. But when you are thinking about going into some department which is related to horticulture, then you cannot make such bahanas that no, I'll not be able to rectify all the varieties. You need to learn all the varieties because you don't have any other option. In fact, this is just the basic session. You also need to learn so many characters of so many different varieties. So start with the very basic and then we'll come to the characters of the varieties also. Coming to the next crop, and that's bitter gourd. Bitter gourd, we have just single variety, and that's Kashi Mayuri. Bitter gourd, jiska scientific name. The scientific name of bitter gourd is Momordica charantia. And IIVR released variety of bitter gourd, as you can see, it's Kashi Mayuri. Now coming to bottle gourd. Bottle gourd ka scientific name. The scientific name of bottle gourd is Lagineria. I'll also come to the scientific name part. Don't worry about that. It's Lagineria caesarea. And we have three different varieties in the case of bottle gourd. The first one, as you can see, is Kashi Kirti. The second is Kashi Kundal. And the last one is Kashi Kiran. You should memorize all these varieties by today itself, because you have to study so many points that you'll not be able to get enough time to memorize all such things. Coming to the next crop, and that's cucumber. Cucumber, when we talk about cucumber, the family of cucumber is Cucurbitaceae, and the family is generally asked about cucumber, and the scientific name is Cucumis sativus. The variety is Kashi Nutan. Now coming to the second crop, and that's pointed gourd. Pointed gourd, which is better known as Parval also, and pointed gourd is also known as king of gourd. Yes, you should also memorize about this. And gourds also come under the family Cucurbitaceae. The varieties of pointed gourd released from IIVR includes Kashi Alankar. This is quite important. The second one is Kashi Amulya, and the last one is Kashi Suphal. And let me tell you, varieties released from IIVR, varieties released from CIA at Central Institute of Arid Horticulture, which is at Bikaner, is normally, and it has become a trend that in JRF, in CUET and other state PG entrance examinations, such kind of varieties are these days asked a lot. So you need to prepare this topic on a very good basis. Now coming to the next crop, and that's pumpkin. In the case of pumpkin, we have Kashi Shishir and Kashi Basant. So we have two varieties released from IIVR in the case of pumpkin. Now coming to okra. In the case of okra, we have Kashi Chaman, Kashi Abha, Kashi Lalima, Kashi Somya, and Kashi, this should be Kashi, no? Kashi Shrishti. So these are the varieties of okra released from IIVR. Let me repeat it once again. The first one is Kashi Chaman, Kashi Abha, Kashi Lalima, Kashi Soumya, and Kashi Shrishti. The next crop we have is Amaranthus. Amaranthus is a leafy vegetable, no, remember that. And when we'll come to the further sessions, we'll also be dealing with plant physiology, as CUET PG horticulture syllabus also includes plant physiology. So in that, I would be discussing that Amaranthus is a C4 vegetable, and there I would be discussing in lots and lots of detail what actually C4 vegetable means. So in the case of Amaranthus, we have Kashi Suhavani. And last but not the least, we have summer squash. Summer squash may we have single variety, and that's Kashi Shubhangi. So more or less, we have completed in today's session all the varieties of vegetable crop which were released from IIVR. And do check out, after today's session, go and check out JRF Horticulture 2023 question paper. You can also check out CUET PG Horticulture paper, just to check out yourself that whether you are able to solve all such kind of questions or not. That was all for today's session. If you liked the session, then do keep on sharing it with your friends, and do like the session. Do subscribe to our channel as well. That was all for today's session. Thank you so much.